Welcome everyone. Today we have a special show. We are doing Christmas cookies all day for you. I have a special guest in the kitchen. As you may or may not know, this is my husband, Thomas.
Hey.
Hopefully we have a lot of fun making these cookies for you. The first cookie we're going to make is a favorite of mine. Pecan ball cookies are one of my favorite cookies for the holidays. This recipe goes way back when my mom was making them, I think way before I was even born. So she would make these in abundance and then give them out during Christmas. And we would always get our share too.
Yeah, we would.
So I wanted to make these cookies again. I do have it on my recipe blog out there, catherinesplates.com. So when you're making pecan ball cookies, you're going to want to blend together your butter and sugar, and that's kind of the standard for any kind of cookie. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. First thing we're going to do is put 2 sticks of butter into a large bowl. You want to make sure this is very soft and room temperature. Now I did bring these to room temperature, and then what I did was I just stuck these in the microwave for 10 seconds.
Made it all ooey gooey.
Yes. You don't want them runny though, you don't want it melted. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. And then what we're going to do is just take an electric hand mixer. We're going to beat this until it's nice and fluffy, and the butter will actually change color too and get lighter. Medium speed. What we're going to do now is add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to slowly add it in. Now you just want to take your measuring cup, put it into the flour, overflowing it. Take the back edge of a knife and just scoop it across both edges of your measuring cup to get a flat surface. And then we're going to add it in. And then we're going to mix this one in. Now you want to get pecans that are finely crushed up like this here. If you have pecans in your pantry that are whole, halved, or just chopped up, you can just put them through your food processor and break them up until they're very fine, like that there. So we're going to add 2 cups of that. I'm going to have my husband measure that out. All right. There we go. And then we're just going to take a spatula and just kind of blend this all together until it's well combined. Now what I like to do too is just kind of mash it with the back of it, and helps get everything incorporated. Now it should resemble a coarse crumb, and this is fine like that. You can take your hand, push it, and it should form like that. So what we're going to do is take a very small cookie scoop. This is about 1.5 tablespoons. You want to push it through your mixture. I'll just use the edge of the bowl to kind of push it in there till you get it like that. So they're all the same size. And then you're just going to take your hand and form them very tightly. And then we're going to place them on our sheet pan. Now I just have it lined with a sill mat, or you can use parchment paper or an ungreased sheet pan.
So those of you that don't know what a sill mat is, it is a silicone baking mat.
Yes. All right, we're going to get started with that. Now you can put these pretty close together on your sheet pan so we can get a lot on here. You do want space in between, that way the airflow can go around them and bake them uniformly. I did bring 2 of these little cookie scoops over here to help.
Because I got 4 hands apparently.
That I'd like to see. Oh yeah, these are, putting these in somebody's cookie box, oh my gosh, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one batch equals 24 of these. We're gonna place these in the oven at 300 degrees because we wanna bake these
Low and slow.
low and slow. Okay, they're gonna take about 45 minutes. Once they come out of the oven, we have to coat these, and that has to happen right away. We'll be back. Okay, and we're pulling out the pecan balls out of the oven. We're going to raise our temperature on the oven to 375 degrees. And when it gets to temperature, we're going to put our peanut butter cookies in. In the meantime, while the pecan balls are still hot, we're going to take them, we're going to roll them into our powdered sugar mixture. Now what I have here is 1 cup of powdered sugar and half a cup of regular sugar, white granulated sugar, and I just blended them both together. We're just going to use a fork and a spoon. So we're just going to take one, just pop it onto the spoon so you don't burn yourself. Put it into the powdered sugar and then just turn them around several times to get them nice and coated with that powdered sugar. Because while they're hot, they'll be able to hold that powdered sugar mixture. And shake off any excess. You don't really want to shake off that excess. The more powdered sugar on it, the better. Then I'm just going to set it on a plate and keep going. We're going to make Thomas's favorite cookie.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter blossoms. We're going to do both of them, but it's going to be the same batter. We're just going to split it in half and then make his crisscross peanut butter ones and my blossom ones, which have Hershey Kisses in them. Okay, so you just...
Kisses.
I know, right? I got to check and see if there's any left. Christmas candy doesn't last very long in this house.
And not with our kids.
You got to hide it somewhere special. Okay, so we have a large bowl, and what we're going to do to make our peanut butter cookies, we have 1 cup of creamy peanut butter we're going to add to the bowl. You need a spatula?
I'm going to need something.
Doesn't come out that way, does it?
Nope. Should have probably greased it.
Probably. All right, so we're going to add that to a large bowl. Did I say 1 cup?
Mm-hmm. This is 1 cup peanut butter.
To that, we're going to add 1 cup of softened butter. Now, I like to bring it to room temperature, and then I also stick it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. That's it, no longer than that, to make it really soft.
Make it a mess.
All right. Whoop.
Sorry,
I think I made the mess. And once we get this butter, both sticks, into the bowl here, we're going to cream this together till it's nice and smooth. All right, there we go.
We'll call that done.
Okay, then let's see how he does it beating this until it's nice and smooth. That's good. Oh, good job.
What do you expect?
All right, so this recipe can be found on my blog, katherinesplates.com. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. It's under the peanut butter blossoms, but you can change them at the end. So what we're going to do now is add in vanilla, 1 teaspoon. A little bit of extra for flavor, right? So we're going to beat in that, mix that. And then we need to crack in 2 eggs while you're beating. Just take a spatula and pull down your sides so that we can make sure everything is incorporated. And then give it one more mix. I left him alone, y'all, so I can go get a medium bowl with a sifter, 3 cups of flour. Now we have a really large measuring cup here that's we like using this. It's got a scoop and a long handle.
It's like a big old cereal spoon for a giant.
Yeah. We have this in a 1 cup size, and then we have the other sizes also. It goes from 1/8 to half a cup.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just put your measuring cup into your flour, overflow it, and then just top it off with a knife. And then we're going to put 2 more cups in there. All right, I've got some baking soda. We're going to put 1½ teaspoons in. All right, I'm just using a ½ teaspoon here to get 3 of those in here. Baking soda. And the baking powder, bring that over here. We are putting in 1 teaspoon. And then we're going to add some salt. 1/4 teaspoon. We're just going to sift that into the bowl.
Oh.
You just hit it.
When you say we, you mean me.
It's great to have helper in the kitchen. All right, we're going to bring the peanut butter mixture back over here and slowly add the flour mixture to it and combine it until it's well incorporated. What we're going to do now is add our sugars. I don't know how that happened. We're going to add 1 cup of each white granulated sugar and brown sugar. I'm sitting here looking at the sugars like, how did we miss that? Wow, do things happen in my kitchen? Yes, they do. But you can fix it. It's not a big deal. Is it?
No, you just grin and bear it. At least that's what I have to do.
All right, now we're back on track. I'm going to go ahead now and get a sheet pan, line it with some parchment paper, or you can use a sill mat, and then we're going to start building our cookies. So we're using the same cookie scoopers, about 1½ tablespoons, and we're just dragging it through the peanut butter mixture, flattening it out. Whoop. And then we're just going to form little balls. So just form them very tightly. And just kind of roll them into a ball. Okay, I've just put some white granulated sugar into just a narrow bowl. And what you want to do is take the balls of peanut butter, roll them around really good and coat them good, and then just put them back on your pan there. So I guess right when you roll them, go ahead and put them into the sugar. And then place them onto your pan. Right, we're going to finish these up, and then we're going to bring you back. Now, these right here are going to be for the blossoms, and I'm not going to do anything with these yet until they come out of the oven. Now, these are going to be the regular original
peanut butter.
So we're going to give them the original crisscross. So you just take a fork, smash down your cookie with it, one side, and then turn it, and then just give it a little crisscross. Now you don't have to flatten these all the way down to the bottom. He loves the original peanut butter cookies. When you try to do something different to peanut butter cookies, like try to just do a 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie or anything like that, he likes to come back to this recipe here because it's original. Now we're going to place these in the oven. You want to have your temperature at 375 degrees. They're going to bake for 8 minutes until they're nice and kind of crispy on the outsides. And then when they come out, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these right away. Okay, I've pulled the peanut butter blossoms out of the oven. Now they're not peanut butter blossoms yet until you take a Hershey Kiss and you place it right on the center of the cookie and then just press down just a little bit. And you want to do these right away so the cookies don't set until you get that Hershey Kiss in. Now we're going to let these sit on the pan for about 5 minutes so that they set up before we pull them off and cool them on a cooling rack. Now you can find this recipe in my blog, katherinesplates.com. It's under peanut butter blossoms. Okay, I've got the peanut butter cookies out of the oven. We let them rest on the pan for 5 minutes. I'm just going to take them and place them on a wire rack to finish cooling. So this batch made 36 cookies, and half of them were the blossoms and the other half were the classic peanut butter crisscross cookies. Okay, we're still adding to our Christmas cookie collection here. My husband had to go off and run an errand, so I'm going to work on this cookie for you. It is a chocolate covered cherry thumbprint cookie. It sounds so delicious. Everything is going to happen in one bowl, so I'm just going to use my stand mixer, and we're going to get started by placing 2 sticks of very soft butter into our stand mixer bowl. Get that going. Now you want your butter very soft. Bring it to room temperature. And then once it's at room temperature, I like to just place it in the microwave for about 10 seconds and get it really soft. To that, we're going to add some white granulated sugar, 2 cups. Now we're going to turn on our stand mixer. Mix this until it's nice and creamy, fluffy, and the butter should lighten up. I've got 2 eggs. Now I brought these to room temperature, so I'm going to crack one at a time into a small bowl. And add it. With the last egg, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now I've got a half a teaspoon here, so I'm going to go 4 times. We're going to combine this. Pull down my sides. We're going to go ahead now and add in some unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm going to place 1 cup. I'm using a 1/4 cup here just so I can get into the cocoa powder here. Flatten it out. Go in and just kind of scoop it out there flat. And the 4th one, I'm just going to give that a mix. I'm going to put in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to start off 1 cup at a time. So just scoop your flour overflowing, take a back edge of your knife and scoop off any extra. And then we're going to add it 1 cup at a time and mix it. Now, as I add the 3rd cup, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and then half a teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to combine this until it's all well incorporated. Okay, I'm just going to cover my sheet pan with some parchment paper, or you can even use a sill mat, or just lightly spray your cookie sheet. I'm just going to take a spoon, or a tablespoon, and we're going to take some of the dough and we're going to roll it into a nice size ball there and place it onto our sheet pan that's prepared already for us. Till we get our sheet pan nice and filled up with them. We want to leave some space in between, about 1.5 inches. Now if you want to use a cookie scoop, you can do that also. The smallest one, about the 1.5 tablespoon one. I used it so much for my other cookies that I just didn't want to clean them out, so I'm just going to do it like this. Now this is going to make 2 trays worth of cookies, kind of like the peanut butter cookies did. Okay, our next step is I'm going to show you how we're going to make these the cherry. Yeah. How we're going to get the cherries in here. I think y'all already know. Okay, now what we're going to do is take your thumb and we're going to smash the cookie, giving it a little well. Just a little well. You don't need much. Now I've made thumbprint cookies before for you guys. I'll link them down below if you want to check those out. One was a red velvet cream cheese one. Oh God, it was so good. But I wanted to make y'all new cookies, different flavors. Now you don't want to push through the cookie, okay? You just want to make a little well right there. I've got a jar of maraschino cherries. Now these don't have the stems on them. If they did, then you can just pull the stems off. All I did was take the cherries and put them into a bowl with some paper towels and just kind of dried them off just a little bit. I had put the juice back in the jar. It's not going to go to waste. I love cherry juice to drink, so it'll be okay. So what we're going to do is take the cherry and put them right in the center of each cookie. Just like that. Oh, happy holidays, everyone. Let me know down below which cookie you're getting excited about making. Maybe there's more than one. My mom loves chocolate covered cherries, and I've made them before. I'll link that down below if you want to see those. So I know she's going to love these cookies. All right, there we go. I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees. We're going to bake these for 10 to 12 minutes until they're nice and crispy, kind of on the outside, nice and cooked through. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you how we're going to finish these off, because we have to cover them. Okay, my cookies are now out of the oven. I've allowed them to cool completely. Now what we're going to do is we want to drizzle chocolate over these so that we can make these chocolate covered cherries. What I'm going to do is take a small bowl, and you want to make sure that you can place this in the microwave. I'm going to add about 2 ounces of chocolate chips. I'm going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds, then I'm going to take it out, I'm going to stir it, then I'm going to place it in the microwave again for another 10 seconds, stir it, and keep doing that until this is nice and smooth. And then drizzle it over the cookie and a little bit on the cherry. There you go, just like that. And then we're going to let these set up. Okay, here's my chocolate covered cherries thumbprint cookies. We're going to let these set up, and we're going to bring all the cookies out, and then Thomas and I I'm going to give them a try for you. Okay, we have our classic peanut butter crisscross cookies. We have our pecan balls. We have our peanut butter blossoms. And then we have our chocolate covered cherry thumbprint cookies. We're going to start with our favorite. Mine is the snowball cookie. Which one's yours? We all know.
The peanut butter. Mm-hmm. Oh man, these are really moist.
Okay, that's really good. It's nice and buttery and crispy. I love those pecans in there. That's really delicious.
Peanut buttery, moist. Mwah.
Now those are the same as these right here, except we made these into blossoms using the Hershey Kisses in them. So same cookie, same texture, except it's got some chocolate to it. All right, here is our chocolate covered cherry thumbprint cookies. My mom is chomping at the bit for some of these.
Oh, too bad she's got to pay for them. $10 a cookie.
Homemade chocolate cookies, you guys. What do you think?
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. It's almost got a fudgy-like texture to it. It's crispy along the outside of it and nice and soft, kind of a cakey texture on the inside.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
Your mom will love them.
That's good. All right, guys. Y'all let us know which one is your favorites. He'll just be eating them all day.
Nuh-uh.
We're tired making all of these. All right. Comment down below your favorite. Also, let me know what kind of Christmas cookies you are making for Christmas. I will link below all the other cookies that I have that I've made for Christmas in the prior years. So go check those out. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when my shows are posted. Guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.